people free, to make people feel okay where they are, to make people feel simple, to make people have that need to cause changes in the society. That's what we are up to. We believe that everyone has a significance in this life. And it's only if you are given that chance, you are given that nod, you are told and you believe in yourself that change can come out. So we are focused on democracy today. And that's why we have these seasoned people here from great places who have great experience about this talk to give us why democracy is significant for good governance, why we need to have a system of thriving democratic dispensation in this atmosphere, in this continent, for the change we need. So I'll be talking too much. I'm a very good talkative. Today I'll keep quiet and just be asking questions. So before I continue, let's just clap for them again. So now we'll go on to Miss Sandra and Cancer. We just want to know, or shall I go to the man? We have 2 ladies and a man here, so let me go to the man first of all. So I'll go to ladies first. Okay, wow, gender equality. So let me go to the lady. Okay, so Miss Sandra and Cancer, wow, you're looking very beautiful here. Seriously, I like your pink top and everything about you. We need to make our ladies feel okay. That's what we need to do. We just don't have to just brush them off. We have men nowadays, they get to their houses and they just see their ladies, they're like, and he goes to his room. Come on, you need to make them feel loud. No, I mean, when we are going to marry, do we expect to just tell them, come on, let's just have some kind of, let's just be there and come on, let's just play a game. No, we have to be romantic. This is for married couples. Yes, that's the same way you have to be romantic with the person around you, your friend. Romanticness has several definitions. That's why we are here to have a freedom dialogue. We want people to eschew evil doctrines from their mind. When we talk about being romantic, that does not mean being, sexually open, but it could be how you talk with your lady to make her feel appreciated. So that's why we're making her feel good. Mm-hmm. So, Mrs. Sandra, please, what do you know about democracy? What is democracy, please? Thank you.
Well, democracy, simply put, is power not vested in one person or one individual or one institution. Yeah.
Mr. Ralph, please, what also do you know about democracy?
So, democracy is a system of government where the people are the ones who have the power to determine who becomes a leader and then how they are ruled as a people.
That's great. The people have the power. I also like what Sandra said about democracy. This means that it's not Akufo-Addo who has the final say over everything. You have the final say. So we are here for you. So wherever you are, if you are in your house, you are not a minister yet, you are the one who has power. They are working for you. So you must feel significant. Don't feel downtrodden. Before I continue, I want to call the mama of our house to come and sit in front. Mommy Ellen Boy, Mommy, can you come in front, please? You must believe in yourself, believe in who you are, respect yourself. Because the democratic regime is for you. You are working, you are a staff of a bank, a staff of a company, and you feel like your boss only has to announce it. No. Credit must also be added to you. Feel significant. You cannot sit down where you are working, just leave the workplace. Yes. Leave the workplace. You must be of great essence wherever you are. Believe in who you are. Yes, let that be that change. So before I continue, I want to also ask our people, if they say democracy is the government of people represent who we are and all of that, what are also the features of democracy? And we'll go on first to Ms. Sandra and Cancer. What are the features of democracy, please?
Okay, so when we talk about features of democracy, there are measures or things put in place for you to identify that this country practices democracy. So one feature I might talk about is the recognition and respect for fundamental human rights. If the people within, like the citizens within a country, their fundamental human rights are being taken, then what else is there to live for? Because everywhere I go, I have someone scaring me up. I'll do this, I'll do that. When I know my right, that is mine, you also know yours, that it's like that's your right. We all have the same power. My right is the same as yours. I won't dare come and take yours if you know what you are holding. It's only someone that maybe there's a son or a daughter of a rich person who doesn't know that the father is rich and the father passes away and he's like, okay, I'm out of the house. Because you don't know that the house in which you're living, it's yours. So someone can just come and say, okay, go, I will take the house. Because that person is taking something that belongs to you and you have no idea that that thing is yours. So when the country, we are living in Ghana as a democratic country, respect our fundamental human rights, and the people, the citizens, acknowledge that, okay, we all share the same fundamental human rights. Mine is equal to yours. Mine is not greater to yours because I hold high positions, but it's the same. I can't infringe upon your rights. So yes, fundamental human rights existence.
Thank you very much. But I want to ask a question. Does it mean that my lecturer's rights or my teacher or my father or mother's rights are also the same as mine? We all share the same rights?
Yes, we all share the same rights, but it's just that they were privileged enough to come to this world before you did. But it doesn't mean that they will leave this world before you will. Anything can happen. So as long as you have been given the opportunity to be in this world, yes, you have your right, but it doesn't mean that you will not add up with respect. Oh, mommy, I know my right. I know my right. Do you know your responsibility? That you have to respect me. I'm your mom. Do you get it? So you don't just say you know your right, but you don't respect because, mommy, we all share the same right. Then don't come to me asking for money. You know your right. Go and work so that you can stand on your own.
Thank you. So, meaning my lecturer can't infringe on my rights. My lecturer can't give me 10/20 whilst I did something worth 20/20, right? Okay, fine. Mr. Rao, please, what also features do you have about democracy, this dispensation we are? What denotes democracy? Thank you.
Okay, so in democracy, we also have a multi-party system. Multi-party system because we equally don't have the same ideologies about how to run a country. Now, if it comes to agriculture, let's say I belong to Party A. I am looking at mechanizing agriculture. I am looking at how we can invest in farmers to boost production. Another person believes that let's keep using the manpower. Let's keep using the horse and the catalysis. So this is where politics comes in. So now everyone has this ideologies independent of the other, all trying to solve the same problem. So in a multi-party system, in a democratic system, we have a multi-party system, each of them believing that they can solve the country's problem in their own different ways.
Thank you very much, Africa Mentor. This is a really in-depth definition about what you said about multi-party system. So it means that everyone is essential, really. So does that mean that I don't want to mention any party in this office for anyone to next time take me somewhere. But let's say we have DFP and Jane party. Does it mean that maybe and DFP has always been the driving party from 1980 to 2020? Does it mean that Jane is not essential or they are essential in a way? What can you tell?
Okay, so sometime in Africa, we had leaders who emancipated their various countries, and then they became like, there was that something I'll call the messianic complex. Like, I led you out of the slavery and all that. So what they pay themselves back is that they decided to become president for life. They hang on to power. Similar thing happened in Ghana, where Kwame Nkrumah declared a one-party state. The CPP became a one-party state, even until the CPP flag was even hoisted in our schools instead of the Ghana flag. Now, what this means is that you are blocking out the views of the opposition. we are not allowing them to bring their ideas, to bring their policies on how we can change this country and move it forward. So if we are supposed to have a one-party state, we have to make room for equally knowledgeable people to belong to the parties of their choice, so that they can come, let's say through election, they can also come to power and then rule the country. So it wouldn't mean that the party in opposition, let's say, is not worth it, or in other words, they are not ready, or they are not knowledgeable enough, but it's that they've not been given the opportunity. They can equally do something. That signifies a democratic state.
Thank you very much. So it means that we need everyone to be on board. Wow. So we need, if you are in Harvard University, if you are in University of Cape Coast, if you are in Legon, if you are in Central, you are in Harvard, you are in Ambelegebe University, you are in Trinidad University, wherever you are essential. Not a minor, but you are essential. I think that's what I'm getting from what he's saying. And pardon me, sir, I'm just in an interview here. I don't want to go into the dialogue. I'm sorry, sir. Mr. Dinam, please, what also feature do you have about democracy? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Democracy involves citizens giving the mandate to representatives. You see, we are, how many people in Ghana? 24. Yes. So we give the power to people to represent us and make decisions for us. Yes, so, and mostly the final decisions that are made, or the final policies or laws, are made by these representatives. Yeah, that's one feature. And another feature of democracy is where you have the supremacy of the law. Yes, there is no one above the law, whoever you are, whether president or cleaner, whatever your position is in the nation. When you go wrong, the law must take its course. Yes, that's another feature.
Thank you very much. Can we clap for our Vice President? I'm not being biased, I'm just saying the clap for her. Okay, now, so as you're saying, supremacy before the law, meaning that, let's say maybe I'm a maid to my boss in the house. The fact that I'm a maid, that don't mean my boss can just behave with me anyhow, rape me or anything. No, if he goes wrong, I can also take him to court. I can take my boss to court. So we are all special and unique one way or the other. We all have rights. We are all significant. It doesn't matter whether I've done my master's or my degree and you are in level 100, or maybe I'm living in East Legon and you are living in Nima. No, we are all equal. We all are human beings with a goal. We all have a money to make a difference in society. So you can't say that maybe I'm driving my car, I'm driving my Lamborghini, and this policeman comes to me for something wrong I've done. I'm like, do you know who I am? Look at the car I'm driving. What do you mean? No, we are all working with the law. So we must all make sure that we abide by the law and are fair in everything we do. You can't just go and behave with anyone like that. You are essential. You are great. You are significant. Yes. But with what they were saying, it made me know that we have certain rights and responsibilities that we also have as humans, and these are what govern us. So I want to ask them, yes, because this is giving me a new impression, that meaning that I have my right, I have something that I can also do. The same way that someone is in, let me see, maybe Guinea-Bissau, someone is also in Ghana. Ghana is really known as a hub of economic transformation in Africa. But does that mean that maybe someone in Guinea does not also have a function to perform in the African continent in terms of development? I want to know. I want to know the rights and responsibilities of us as Ghanaians, as Africans. We don't have to be downtrodden at all. No, we must believe in who we are. As Dr. Samuel said, yes, I'm talking too much, so I'll go to Ms. Sonia to let us know our rights as individuals. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'll start with the political rights. In terms of our political rights, we all have the right to join any political party we chose to. any, whether NPP, NDC, CPP, any political party we chose to join. And in joining that particular party, you have the right to criticize the ruling government. You have that right to criticize the ruling government, and you have the right to vote. You have the right to vote and enjoy periodic election as a citizen. It doesn't mean that because you are in NPP or NDC or CPP or whatever party you have. So maybe my party is in Council Sandra's party, and we are ruling, we are the masters. Yours is something party. So if it's an election time, I want only in Council Sandra's party members to go and vote. No. Just because I joined this political party doesn't mean that when it's time for election, that ruling government should not allow my party, even though it's opposition, not to vote. We all have to vote. So in terms of political rights, you have the right to join any political party. You have the right to criticize, vote, and have periodic elections.
Thank you very much. Before I go to our dignified African mentor, something just came in mind. You know, sometimes people feel like we don't want to go into politics because our concept of politics has been, has been just translated into a different definition. There's a new dynamism that is affecting Africans. Maybe the party you are in or the country you are in or the party of the nation is doing something wrong and you're like, I don't want to involve myself in this thing. Then they'll keep on ruling over you. That's why you have to fight. You have to believe in who you are and work, so vote. Yes, take part in that. Yes. Maybe you are there and you want to do something big, no one is supporting you, so like, let's just give up. No. The fact that people did not come, everyone here is great. Look at our boss, Dauntless, look at everyone here. Mr. Simmons, Perus, Hosa, everyone is significant. So you must keep on. And we want everyone to keep on and do something in the next move after this meeting. So we'll move on to our African mentor to also tell us other rights that we have and that we should dispose in this nation. Thank you very much.
So the next right I would like to talk about is the right to life, which means that as we are here, we have the right to remain alive. We equally have the right to ensure that no one has the potential of harming us. So if, as an individual, you cannot take another person's life because the next person equally has the right to life. So if, let's say, you are pregnant and then willfully you terminate the pregnancy, there's an unborn child. That child already has life, you see. So if you terminate that pregnancy, you have taken someone's life. And that's why Ghana's laws recognizes abortion illegal, but then under certain circumstances it can be permitted. Yes, those are extreme cases. But as individuals, we have right to life. We have the right to remain alive and then ensure that the next person is also alive. You cannot take anyone's life, and no one equally has the right to take your life. Sure.
Thank you very much. So, meaning that I have the right to choose the kind of car, because life is life. Life involves everything relating to freedom. So, if maybe I want to marry my vice president and my auntie is like, no, I should marry someone else, I have the right to decide who I want to know. I want to know, sir.
You have the right. So the right is that you reserve that choice to choose who to marry and choose who not to marry. So in the situation where there's an external force trying to coerce you, trying to, let's say, twist your fingers, that's when there will be an infringement. So you solely reserve the right to choose who to marry, in addition to the right to life.
Thank you very much. Then I think maybe I'll marry her. Okay, so I want to also know from our vice president what she also has about this point of view. Thank you.
Okay, before I move to the rights of the citizen, I would like to take us back to features of democracy, and I'm very sorry about that. One important feature of democracy is the independence of the judiciary. Yeah. And you know the judiciary is responsible for interpreting the laws. Yes. And there must be no interference from the other um, arms of government. Yes. And we expect them to be honest and to be truthful. Yes. And be independent of themselves, because they interpret the laws, and any more practice in their system is going to cause the citizens of the nation. So that is one important feature of democracy. Okay, so now moving to the rights of the citizen. We've spoken about the right to life, the right to vote. I would also talk about the right to associate yourself in any association you want to be. And one thing I want to say about the rights too is that in as much as we have rights of individuals, we have responsibilities as well. Rights moves with responsibilities. So it's not only about saying, I have the right to do this, I have the right to do this is my right, that is my right. You know your rights, you know your responsibilities. So sometimes when we fall short in our responsibilities, we don't have the rights to what we think we have the rights to. You understand? So that's another thing I'll say about the rights. Thank you.
Thank you very much for what you said. We want to involve everyone in this dialogue, so we want to go straight wherever we call in people to give your views. And now I want to go to all of us to ask us about the importance of democracy. Why do we think that this system of government is essential? Why do we believe that democracy should be the system that should thrive in this nation, in Africa? Why do we believe that everyone needs to be himself, everyone needs to be independent, everyone needs to thrive on his own? Why do we even think that youth nation needs to come out? Because there are other places like Ghana Integrity Initiative, we have SHRAJ, we have the judiciary. Why do we think that people should come out and also tell their story and be themselves? Thank you. So I'll begin with our mentor who is responsible for all of the specialized. I'll go with him and ask him about this. Thank you.
Okay, so democracy is very essential. Now, it means that if we choose to practice democracy or have that system of governance, what that will mean is that it will actually liberate us, number one. You see, if you do not know the rights you have, just anyone can twist your arms and then bully you, infringe on your rights, and do all sorts of things to you. So the very first and foremost thing is that it will liberate you as a person. If you are informed, you know your rights, it will equally help you to make informed decisions. If you know rights to life, that will equally preserve your life as an individual and preserve the life of other people. So if you are conscious of the rights that you have, you yourself will be liberated, and then you equally help those who are in bondage. Let's say those people who have been abused for long. You help them equally to find their voice and to be able to accept their rights as human beings. So first of all, it liberates you, and then it liberates the people around you.
Thank you very much. And before we go on to our lovely two guests and panelists here, I want to say something. You know, I was one day working at Seco, and when I was working at Seco, there were these people who came to me and told me that they wanted to preach the word of God with me. I knew they were fake people, they were fake people, but I said, let me listen to what they are saying, to just know what goes on here. So they started talking to me, and they told me I should give them 20 Ghana cedis. So I gave it to them. Now they told me they can't find the money, so I should go. I was like, what do you mean? I need my money back. Give me the money. They were like, if you don't take care, we'll take you as a thief here, so you better start running. I was like, fine. So I went to the police station. I went to tell the police about this. That I needed people to follow me to go and get those people. You know, the police told me that, come on, what are you trying to say? It's normal, forget about this thing and go. Like, come on, no. You think I don't know my right? I don't know who I am? What are you trying to imply? if you people don't bring 2 policemen with me to go, I'll go and report people. I'm taking people to court. I was serious there, I was very angry. And they took 2 people with me, and we went to get them. But since then, I've never stepped that circle before. Because if I should step there, they'll kill me alive. But I know my rights. That's why I did that. So we must do this. We must know who we are. We must know that no one can infringe upon us. Whoever you are, whether you are over, come on, let's work out. Let's work for liberation. Yes, so I'll go to Sadinam also to tell us about other importance of other democratic dispensations. Thank you.
Okay, I would say democracy involves everybody in governance. Yes, it involves everybody. We go to the grassroots to take information from each and every individual, so nobody feels left out. Okay, and even if you are not able to give a contribution or anything, the fact that you even elect people alone, you give them that mandate. If the power is yours, if I don't give this person this mandate, the person cannot rule over me. So that alone gives some kind of, makes the individual feel good, yes. Because I'm a Ghanaian, if I don't give you the mandate, you can't be my president. You understand? So it kind of involves everybody. And I would also say that it kind of promotes peace. Yes, it promotes peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, what would you have?
Okay, importance of democracy, it helps in a peaceful transition from one government to another. In 2016, we had a ruling government from the NDC, and we had a peaceful transition. On December 7th, Ghanaians said, okay, I've given you for now. Maybe later that we'll give you a continuation, but right now, another party. Ghana could have gone haywire, like the NDC saying no, because it's as if it's a normal norm. Give 8. Why are you giving him only 4? Okay, maybe because he took some of our late Atamel's time, so that's why you don't want to vote for him. Give him extra 4, let him go. But Ghanaians sat down and said, okay, you go, let someone come and continue the work. Maybe later we'll call you. Even though not the whole Ghanaian, like the whole Ghanaians made that decision, but majority rules said so. And we had a peaceful, no commotion, no UN, no nothing. Ghanaians decided that we wanted MPP, Our Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, to continue the good work Mahama did. And we had that. So that even showed that Ghanaians, even though we are not totally there in democracy, but we did something that surprised the whole world. We had a peaceful transition from one party to another. And that's the importance of democracy we enjoy.
Wow, that's great. Well, you said something. You said even though we're not there, so there are levels of democracy. Wow, I see. And I think I'll go to this question. I want to know, do you think that, and that's why we want to involve everyone here. So I want to ask whether they think that democracy is really being felt within the ordinary citizen of Ghana. Do they feel that their democracy thrives amongst them? Do they feel the essence of freedom here? Do they feel they are part of this whole process? Yeah, so I'll go to you and to our African mentor, then we'll also give it to everyone to express their views, because we have people from NCCE, we have people from a lot of places. We have individual students here, we have panelists here, we have pastors here, we have freedom giants here, who I know they have in-depth knowledge about this, and they will give out that knowledge, because we are trying to, we have a panel somewhere where people don't know who are writing down everything we're talking about, and from here we will send this to various institutions in Ghana, various ministries about how things should go. So this dialogue is being translated into a model of policy for change. So let's really take it and cause that change. So I'll go to Sandra, and to Raphael and to our vice, because there needs to be equity. Then we'll go on to everyone. Thank you very much.
Okay, whether we are vividly enjoying democracy, well, I throw it to the house in the sense that judge it from your own spectacle. In, I think, 2018, Kwesi Nyantechi, our former president for Ghana FA, and it was reported by our dear undercover journalist, Anas Aremiyawa Anas. I just love his work. How he does it, oh my God. Okay, that would be for another day. So he came out and like video with audio, like everything it had. Kwesi Nyantechi taking, is it $65 million? And even involving some $65 million, involving some important personality in it. So that one is one aspect. In Ghana and South Africa, in Ghana and South Africa, our AFCON qualifiers, we have this news of, well, that's my first time seeing a Ghanaian pitch invader. Wow, Suleiman. That's my first time. I see those things in the other football matches, but that's my first time seeing a Ghanaian pitch invader. And that one too is concerning football, and that's wrong. We are playing a match. Ghanaians are seriously playing the match. You shouldn't have done that. It's wrong. But he had 2 days police custody. Even that one, Ghanaians said, oh, please let him out, let him out. Ayu was even saying, let him out, let him out. That's why he even spent 2 days. Maybe you would have spent more. But let's just take the 2 days. And he was granted bail. Kwesi Nyantechi took this amount of money, technology no lie, video, audio, everything. And he had just 5 hours interrogation with the police, CID to be specific, and he was granted bail. So to this Awal Suleiman, at 25 years old, let's just say he's the normal Ghanaian because he doesn't have any position. And our dear former FA president, look at how they weighed, because both of them were wrong. You shouldn't have taken that money. You shouldn't have invaded the pitch. We are playing a match. But they gave him 5 hours of interrogation. He was granted bail. 2 days, 24 hours. And even Ghanaians helped before he was granted bail. So when we say democracy, how vivid it is. That's why I said I'm training to the house, like from your own spectacle. Are we really enjoying it, or maybe it's like theoretically written, like, oh, it's in our books, read.